What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Tank Dell, wide receiver out of Houston. Just had a great year in 2022. Arguably could have been the Biletnikoff Award winner. Finished first in the nation in touchdowns, first in the nation in receiving yards, and second in total receptions. Obviously, this dude can play. But before we get into all that, I want you guys to go down below and sign up for No House Advantage Sportsbook. They're a brand new book offering tons of promos. Yesterday they had the Ja Morant to score 1 point bet, which obviously hit in the first quarter. And if you use my code REC, they're going to double your deposit up to $100. So make sure you go take advantage of that, again, in the description. Now, when you watch Tank Dell's film, you just can't deny his talent. He runs great routes, which we'll see in this video. He's an explosive athlete, he's twitchy, and he just has an innate ability to make plays. I had a coach that used to say good players make the plays they should, and great players make the plays they shouldn't. And that's exactly what he does. That was on full display in the UTSA game when he had 3 touchdowns, including this ridiculous catch in double overtime to keep the game alive, which they ended up winning. So again, in my eyes, I think he has all the tools to be successful in the NFL. He's got great hands, route running, speed, playmaking ability, all that stuff. And really the only real criticism I've seen on his game is his size. ESPN has him listed at 5'10", 165. But I've seen others say he's 5'8", so I don't really know at this point, but I'm not worried, and that's for 2 reasons. Number 1, the game is changing. The days where you could take kill shots and legitimately shave a couple years off a person's life are long gone, especially these past couple years with all the rule changes and the attention to player safety. What's expected out of receivers has changed drastically. Like we saw this year, these videos went viral of Tyler Lockett kind of giving himself up. But I don't think this takes anything away from him as a player, and actually that's probably why he's been successful for such a long period of time. And that brings me to my second point on why I'm not concerned about his size, and that's because teams are not going to be drafting Tank Dell to make him something he's not. Teams aren't going to draft him and then force him to completely change his game. Go out there and block, go out there and catch a pass over the middle, catching in traffic. That's not his game. This right here is his game. He's the guy you go to on 4th and 1 when you need a big play, when the game's on the line. He's that type of player. And if you look at the NFL today, you think of guys like Kadarius Toney, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tyreek Hill. How can I create favorable matchups, and how can I get the ball in my best player's hands? And Houston did a great job utilizing his skill set and getting him those one-on-one matchups with a bunch of different alignments, formations, and also tons of motion. One thing they did a ton was line up in a stack, which basically means just 2 guys stacked on top of each other, and they would have Tank off the line, which gives him a free release to attack the defender. And he just has way too much speed, way too much burst to be given a free release. But there's not really much a defense can do. As we see another clip here, generally they'll have a man pressing the point man, which is the guy that's actually on the line, and then they'll have a second guy trying to man it up from depth. But again, if you give Tank all that space, he's going to kill you all day long with the routes. One thing that really impresses me on his curl routes is his ability to snap down and then come back downhill to the football with no energy leaks. So many times I see guys make their break and just kind of stand there waiting for the ball, but by running out of your break like he does, you're maintaining that separation that you just created at the break point and preventing the DB from phasing back into the play or making a play on the ball. These are the little details that make all the difference when you're going against the best of the best. Just watching him run routes, it almost looks like a glitch how effortless he can drop his weight and how much separation he creates no matter the route. I mean, just look at this. 5-yard speed out creating 5 yards of separation. And this is that twitch I spoke on earlier. Keep in mind this is 4th and 1 from the 1-yard line. And watch him skip off the ball, freezes the DB, and then snaps it across his face for the easy score. And this is another area of his game I think will transfer very well to the NFL, is these red zone goal line situations, because you can't really press him because you won't be able to get hands on him. But if you give him any space, his patience and sudden bursts will make for a very long day. I also think you'll find early usage through the run game being on the receiving end of alert throws just because of all the attention he's going to draw from his playmaking ability. For those who don't know, alerts are a way for offenses to protect the run. So instead of getting 6 guys to block 7, also known as running into a heavy box, teams will attach alerts as an extension of the run game, either a bubble or a flat route, Because the idea is that if a defense is outnumbering you in the box, chances are you have a numbers advantage to the perimeter, so just dump it off and take what the defense is giving you. And typically the guys catching the alerts are some of your best athletes, or the best after the catch, the ones that are able to turn what looks like nothing into something, and that's exactly what Tank is able to do. So all in all, if you can't already tell, I love this guy's game. I think he's got all the tools from a playmaking and pass catching standpoint, and it's really all going to depend on where he ends up. Because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you end up in a crappy situation like Atlanta or Baltimore these last couple of years where it's kind of run heavy and the system isn't really designed for a wide receiver to shine, then that's just kind of out of the player's control. And I'm not one for the mock drafts. I don't really know about all that stuff, to be honest. I'd probably mess around and be dead wrong, just look stupid. So I'm going to leave that up to you guys to let me know where you think he's going in the comments. And also let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. And let me know who you want to see me break down next. And yeah, peace out.